There are a few things you need to know before getting gel manicure, such as using primer. If you use it, your nails will less likely to peel from the free edge, but there is a downside of it. It will be quite hard to soak them off. Hello guys, I'm Anastasia, international nail expert and educator. In this video, we will talk about important things you need to know before getting gel manicure, whether you get it in the nail salon, do it for yourself, or as a nail technician. We'll do my nails and show you a cool nail art technique that will make everyone believe that you have insane painting skills, and we'll try a new product by Modelones Remover 3-in-1. Wow, this looks impressive, right? Usually when people see nails like this, they have a question. Who is your nail technician? Because your gel manicure is holding up so good. But when I see nails like this, the only question that I have is that, girl, please take care of yourself. Having gel manicure for so long is not okay and not safe for your nails. So whenever they're past 3 to 4 weeks growth, you need to take them off or do infill. This is my hand, and I had terrible gel manicure overdue, the thing I just told you not to do, and it was fine except for one nail. It was broken and the crack was so painful because it was slightly above the hyponychium line and it feels extremely uncomfortable. Some of my clients, whenever they have gel manicure for too long, they try to conceal it and cover it up with a regular nail polish, which is totally acceptable and looks like this, but unfortunately it's not really fixing anything except for the looks. I'm going to try Modelones Remover 3-in-1. It works as a nail polish remover, gel polish or acrylic remover, and a nail prep. When you want to remove the nail polish, especially a rich color like this red, do not try to rub it. This way the surrounding skin will always have the same color as your nail polish. Try this instead. Saturate a piece of cotton and then press and hold it for a few seconds, and the nail polish easily comes off. Repeat if necessary, and most importantly, do not rub it towards the skin. I want to do the same thing with acetone now, and it does the exact same thing, but the difference is that the surrounding skin and the nail is dry. Let's take a look at the difference on both of my fingers. Finger on the left side is the one where I used Modelones Remover, and it definitely looks more moisturized because it also includes oils and perfumes that prevent the skin from over drying. If you want to keep your nails healthy, you need to renew your gel manicure every 3 to 4 weeks, and that's exactly what we're about to do. But first, we need to remove the old product. One of the easiest ways to do it at home is a soak-off method, and now we're going to check if there's any difference if we use acetone or remover liquid. Regardless of which one you choose, you need to file off the top coat first, because this one is not going to soak off, and you can do it with a hand file or with electric nail file, whatever is more comfortable for you. Just make sure that you file it all off. And now let's test the remover liquid. I'm going to use a small piece of cotton, saturate it with remover, and apply it on top of my nail and wrap with a foil. By the way, with this tutorial, my former student Anna is helping me, and she is the nail tech. And it feels so weird and satisfying when someone is doing your nails finally. Now we need to wait from 5 to 15 minutes depending on the amount of product that you have on your nails, and I didn't have much gel polish, as you could see, but there's a little problem. When I did this overlay, I used nail primer, which creates a better adhesion so the nails can last longer, but it is going to be quite hard to take them off, so we're about to see what's going to happen. And while we wait for those nails to soak off, this one we're going to file off because it's already damaged. There is a terrible crack. So I find it much easier and faster to file it off with electric nail file and carbide bit. My nails before removal look like this. Just please pay attention to the C-curve. It's deep, but not like too much. But after soaking them off, it's like this, which feels so uncomfortable, but don't worry, we're going to fix it later. I used acetone for this nail and it is doing its job, but the product didn't soak off completely, and this is the reason why if you use nail primer, it's going to be much harder to take it off. On this nail, I used Modelones 3-in-1 remover, and it looks a bit different, like we have a whole piece of the product instead of crumbs. So we need to work gently with orange wood stick to remove the product. And if I didn't use the primer, that would be so much easier They will be soaked off in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we will not need to spend that much time. So you need to decide what's more important to you, better adhesion or easier removal. Keep in mind that this is going to look different for everyone because it depends on the lamp, on the product, on the amount of layers, and most importantly on your nails. So for people with oily nails, it is going to be much easier to soak off the product, while for people with dry nails, it is going to be hard. Next thing you need to avoid is just applying gel polish without any proper nail prep or manicure. How many days will your gel manicure last? Even though product and technique plays its role, the most important one is still the prep and manicure. So make sure that you do it properly, that the surface of the nail is clean, you don't have any leftovers of the cuticle on the nail plate, you don't have any remaining old product or leftovers of the nail polish, because if you apply gel polish on top of it, this part is definitely going to lift. Any gel polish in the world is going to adhere well to a dry and clean surface, and that's exactly what we need to achieve with the nail prep. After manicure, we need to apply dehydrator and wait until the nail is dry, and then we can use nail primer. I already warned you how it works, so if you want a great adhesion, use it, especially on the free edge. I recommend you to try both techniques, with primer and without, and see the difference. Then we need to apply base coat cure for 30 seconds in LED. So you can apply one thin coat and cure it, and then apply a second one slightly thicker. We're gently pinching my nail because I don't really like that it looks so white for a few seconds, and then proceed curing in the lamp for another 60 seconds. There was no point in saving this broken nail, so we just filed it off, and this remover works really well to clean the dust and everything after you worked with the nail. And now let's proceed to the prep, and we also need to fix this broken part. Apply dehydrator on the entire nail plate and let dry, and this time I'm definitely using primer because now I'm more interested in better adhesion because this nail is slightly damaged. We just had a crack, and also there will not be enough of gel polish to cover it. We also need to fix a broken corner, and I'm going to use clear polygel. But if you apply primer just like we did only on the free edge, you will not need to worry about troubles with removing it, because by the time you want to take the nails off, they're going to grow longer. So technically we have primer only on the very free edge. This is one of my favorite polygels by Modelones because it's so transparent like a glass, but it has medium consistency, so you need to work fast so it's not going to flood the sidewalls. And after curing for 1 minute, we file off the excess product from the top as well as underneath, and it felt a little uncomfortable because my hyponychium is so close now. Let's get rid of the dust, and you can use this 3-in-1 liquid for it as well, and apply some builder gel on top. Another thing I recommend you to avoid is doing nails during the summer in the middle of the night with open window and no mosquito net, because this is what happened. Once I started curing this nail in the lamp, this bug decided to commit a suicide by jumping in uncured gel while I was curing it in the lamp. Honestly, I can't blame him. It does look yummy. Maybe he just wanted to try it and thought that it's a cream. We really tried to save him, to somehow securely separate him from this gel without ripping his head off, but it was not possible. Anyways, we cleaned his remains and had to buff this nail because the surface was not even anymore. And then after curing builder gel and removing the sticky layer, you can file and shape the nails. And this time I decided to do the shortest length ever. Let's do some cute nail art. Anna is going to use 3 different colors on top of the stamping plate. And then as she cleans the excess stamping polish with the card, they're mixing, and now we have this cute ombre. I love these cat paws on my nails, but Anna said that we need to clean them because she didn't like them. This is when we can use this remover liquid 3-in-1 again, and also when you need to clean a stamping plate after you're done, you can also use it, but it's better to use a lint-free wipes this time because we definitely do not want any fuzz on top of the nail art. It was the first time I've seen this cool nail art technique. So first we picked this cute cat that is wrapped in the hearts, and this is the one we're going to transfer on my nails. So she picked it onto the nail stamper, and then she's using a red color to fill in the heart and the white part to fill in the cat. So this is how we have multiple colors nail art with stamping. Then she did the same thing with the mouse, but at this point I was a bit confused. I said, what if it takes too long and we're using a regular nail polish? This is not a gel polish. So what if it gets cured before we transfer it onto the nail? And she said that there's a little trick. If you apply non-acid primer on your nail first, then it's going to transfer. Here's another trick. If you want only the fish bones, you can remove the part of the stamping that you don't want with a dotting tool. Then we seal it with a base coat, and yes, this is not the mistake. We first apply the base coat because we want to secure the stamping nail polishes, cure it for 60 seconds, and then we seal it with a glossy top coat. There is a little problem with the pattern style stamping nail art. We will always have these remaining parts on our skin, but we can always clean them with remover. Just make sure that you do it after you seal them with the top coat. If you are using dark colors for your design, do not forget to change the wipe as you clean them, because we definitely don't want these colors to get into our nail grooves. Oh my god, they're so cute. So when I showed them to my cat, he was like, well, it's nice, but sleeping is better. And then I showed them to some homeless cats that I'm occasionally feeding, and they were like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And this one even tried to eat them. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. The link to the remover liquid will be in the description box as usual, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.